Hey guys, this is Eskimo Poodle, and we're back to Let's Play Bloodborne on the Sony PlayStation 4. Yes, I was waving in the wrong direction because I messed up, but oh well. The point is, we're back. Last time, we got beat to high heaven by Father Gascoigne, because apparently I just sucked yesterday, so yeah. And then, I did the classic Souls blunder of trying to get back to the boss and fighting some enemies to get extra souls on the way, dying, losing all my souls, and had to reform my souls to get back up to roughly where I was, plus a little extra. So, yeah. On the plus side, thanks to having to do that, my blood vial and quicksilver bullet stores are a little bit higher than what they were, so that's nice. I can go a couple times here. By the way, in the original version of the game, you could only store 99 of each of these. So I'd be close to max right now. They finally released a patch that puts it up to 600, which is great, because only having 99 in storage would really suck, but yeah. Oh, by the way, you'll notice that we have 4 insight now, compared to the 2 that we had from the 2 Madman's Knowledge that we consumed. That's because whenever you discover a boss for the first time, you gain a small amount of insight depending on what boss it is. And then when you defeat the boss, you also gain some insight. So we got 2 points of insight for discovering Father Gascoigne, and that's why we have a little more insight here. Let's go ahead and use our souls here. Or blood echoes. I'm going to mess that up forever. First, I want to see if the messengers over here have anything in the insight shop. Buy with insight. Make trades with messengers using insight. Pungent blood cocktail. Small resonant bell. That's a co-op item. Let's see. Nothing else here at the moment, so I'm going to ignore these. I think in the original version of the game, you actually had to have 10 insight in order to access the insight shop. So they've definitely made it a little easier to get to now. If we come over here, sometimes we can see Gehrman out here, but he's not out here right now. Okay, you're still empty. Probably because we don't have anything to give to them at the moment. We'll worry about that later. Sometimes Gehrman is out here just taking a nap or something in the sunlight, even though it's more moonlight, I guess. I mean, it seems like a decent enough type of day right here. Let's see, where else will this guy be? Gehrman. I mean, I'm not going to talk to the guy even if I find him. I just want to know where he's hanging out. Hey, maybe he went to this garden right here. I mean, he appears to be the caretaker of this place, so he probably has a key to get over there. Unlike us, who, do not have said key. Yeah, every once in a while he does... yeah, I was about to say he does disappear. Because, well, he has stuff to do, I guess. Anyways, let's go ahead and get some levels here.
Welcome. What is it? Very well.
Let's see. We can get 6 levels. So, let's go ahead and grab... I definitely want to get some strength and skill right now. That'll be a solid upgrade. And then 2 more, one for vitality and endurance, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Nice little boost to our attack power there. And wow, that cleared us out on souls completely. Or at blood echoes completely.
Farewell, good hunter.
Cool.
May you find your work.
That does mean that I don't have enough to upgrade our weapon again, but... Actually, you know what? No. How much do we need to upgrade our Hunter's Axe, I do believe, because that's the one that is at +1. 280. That's 190 away. We could probably sell something for 190. I mean, it's probably not the best idea. I mean, we could just go kill an enemy for this, but whatever. Let's see. Pungent blood cocktails, which I don't actually use that much, but they're also not the easiest to get, if I remember correctly. I could sell the threaded cane because I'm never going to use it again, but that's probably not a great idea. You guys, I'm going to end up putting you guys in storage. These blood gemstones, these are what we're going to eventually end up putting in our weapon in order to give them extra little bonuses. Like this one gives an extra 2% physical attack, so that's nice. Okay, I'll just have to not worry about getting that right now. Let's go see if Yosefka has anything to say to us. And after that, I am going to go try on Father Gascoigne a few times. If I just fail miserably, you're not going to see those attempts, and we're going to move on to the other boss. If I do manage to beat him within 2 or 3 tries, great. We'll keep that in, and then go to the other boss.
You are safe, thank goodness. But I'm afraid nothing will change my mind. I cannot open the door. Please, try to understand my position.
I understand, don't worry. I'm not
I pray for your
mad.
safety. You are safe, but I'm...
Okay, so she's not going to say anything else. Okay, so I'm going to go end up heading off to Father Gascoigne here. So I'll be back in a minute. Also, before I forget, with the summon sign that we had earlier out near the crows past the burning werewolf pyre thing in the middle of the town there, you know, where the brick mummy was pounding on the door, there was a NPC summon sign. That was actually Father Gascoigne, and we could have summoned him to fight the other boss that is actually optional before Father Gascoigne. However, now that we've aggroed Father Gascoigne, he's not in the mood to help us anymore, so yeah. Anyways, I will be right back, and I'm going to kill a couple enemies just to get the weapon upgrade, so when I get over to Father Gascoigne, I will have a slightly better hunter's axe, so I'll be right back. Alright, let's go ahead and try Father Gascoigne. It turns out you can run past the vast majority of the enemies without them following you, so that's actually not too shabby if you want to get here quickly. Just go to the left of the lamp, and pretty much run past everybody, including the pig, because running past the pig means you don't have to deal with all the guys on the bridge. And yeah, nice and quick. I mean, you're not going to get any resources this way, but I think I can survive. Meanwhile, with Father Gascoigne, we might not survive, so let's try this again here. Grab my blood bullets here. There you go. Yeah, I think we were doing about 330 with our visceral attack earlier, so a slight upgrade. Okay, that charge with his two-hander right there actually is rather dangerous, so let's not do that. Gotcha there. Perfect. It's really when he goes beast mode, that's when you really gotta worry about it. You can still parry him in beast mode, it's just not anywhere near as consistent as far as I'm aware. And let's see if we can get the tiny music box to actually work this time. Okay, it worked. Let's see if we can't get behind him. There you go. Get a visceral attack. Perfect. I think what happened previously was we ended up moving after using the tiny music box, and apparently that means that it stopped working. There we go. We got the Erden Tomb Key. And yes, it is pronounced Erden, not Odin or Oedon. Actually, I think it's pronounced Erden, but oh well. Okay, and that actually worked out pretty good. We actually managed to kill him without getting killed, like, at all there. I think I just had to calm down from last time, so thank you, Father Gascoigne. You did a good job. And here's this corpse that we've been ignoring. Red jeweled brooch. Didn't someone say that their mother had a red jeweled brooch? Yeah, this is the little girl's mother. And Father Gascoigne is, well, her father. I think that's kind of a double pun, since he's obviously a member of the church, and, you know, father, and he's also the father to that kid right there. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, it looks like she tried to calm him down, but she forgot the music box, and Father Gascoigne said, hey, we're not going to do that right now. Now, the way forward is actually... Where are the doors? Yeah, they're up there on those double doors right here. However, I think we can get more dialogue from Yosefka if we go back to her now that we have beat Father Gascoigne. Because once we go past those doors, she'll have entirely different dialogue. And I want to see if I can't get more for dialogue this way. She'll probably have more dialogue after beating the other boss as well.
Welcome, Woody.
Yeah, let's grab some
Very well.
levels here real fast. I think we can get at least one. Nope, we need 500. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Instead of doing that, instead of just waiting for the 500, I'm going to go ahead and just use these extra blood echoes to get extra blood vials. So there we go. And there we go. Now we have 95 in storage. And that is your best way of making sure that you're always going to be stocked up on your blood vials, is just use them here. Or, yeah, use your excess souls. If you don't have enough for a level and you don't feel like going out and getting the extra, like, 500 or 1,000 or whatever, just spend them on your blood vials or your blood bullets, whatever you really need, and you'll pretty much never run out. So it works out pretty well, at least in my opinion. And I don't think we're ever going to need the tiny music box again, so we can go ahead and put that away. Like, away in storage if you really don't want to deal with it. But it's not really taking up too much room in your inventory. Let's see. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. So I'm thinking Viola is the daughter and Gascoigne is the father, but Viola could also be the mother. I'm not entirely sure. Woman's bright red brooch engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With a proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. Okay, so it looks like Viola is the mother then. Let's see. With the red jeweled brooch, we can actually use it, and what it does is it crushes it down into a pretty strong one of these right here. Let me see. I forget what exactly it turns it into, but it is something decent. Yeah, I can't find it without looking for forever. So the point is, you could go ahead and do that, but then you can't really complete the little girl's quest because, well, you don't have the brooch anymore.
You are safe. But I'm afraid, please.
Okay, so she's saying the same stuff. I'm gonna see if after beating the other boss we get other dialogue there. So let's go after the other boss right now. That should be a reasonably easy trek to get to. And we could also go ahead and talk to the little girl on... Well, we can actually wait to talk to the little girl until after defeating the boss. It's not really that big of a deal. I'm ignoring all of you guys, actually. Now, with going to this particular boss, I'm going to recommend this particular route that I'm going, simply for the fact that it will save you a lot of enemies, and it'll enable you to deal with 2 troublesome enemies, or, alternatively, just bypass them entirely. And we're going to warp back to the dream, just so we can have this as our warp point instead of the one a little further down. I think once we go through that door, we can talk to the guy at the lamp right here, and he'll say something else. Oh yeah, every once in a while, just like the Maiden in Black, the doll will walk around. Usually, she'll end up over here, I think. Yeah, this little gravestone for some reason.
Welcome. What is it? They find.
Okay, so you're saying the same stuff as always.
Farewell, good hunter.
So yeah, she ends up at this gravestone every once in a while. There is kind of a reason for that, but it's not revealed anytime soon, so we're just going to ignore it for now. So we want to go to Central Yharnam here. By the way, I do have the game installed on a solid state drive, so if your load times are longer than what my load times are, that's probably why. But even with the solid state drive, the load times are a bit long sometimes. Okay, cool. It looks like with the upgrade, we can actually, the upgrade to our strength and skill, we can actually two-shot those enemies, because previously I was three-shotting them. Alright, so we want to go through here, get rid of this guy. And we don't really care about this guy, but he's here. And he gives us bullets. Awesome. Up here is where we're going to care about. Kill this guy. And this guy. And now, here is the part where this is the part that makes this the best way to get to the boss, in my opinion. So if we come up here and look to our right, we have these Scourge Beasts down here. And if you go a little further, you'll find that but yeah, we're right here, where this broken little path is right here. And right up there, right past that guy, is the boss. Now, with these Scourge Beasts, there are two of them. The problem with these two is even if you use a pebble to try to... take them on one at a time, eventually they will just... the other one will follow you. Okay, so we want to hit these guys, and then we want to back up down here and wait for them to come to us. So yeah, you're going to end up fighting both of them at once, and together they're very dangerous, very powerful, and they will kill you. So here, this is the best way to cheese these guys, because they can't get through the door. So get your weapon of choice and use your R2 on them through the door, and this way you don't have to worry about them killing you, because if they hit you, they'll do a 3 or 4 hit combo or something stupid, and you'll be stunned and potentially backed into a corner, and then you'll die, and that's just not great. This way, you can just go ahead and whittle them down, nice and easy like. One of them may or... Okay, it looks like they both fell through the world. Okay, that's great. Okay, I got the blood vials from one of them. Yeah, they usually drop 2 or 3 blood vials, so that's really nice of them. So yeah, those guys, very annoying, very dangerous, especially if you're at a reasonably low level. They will have their way with you for a little while, so you want to be careful. Let's see, I want to go ahead and just grab this guy real fast, Mr. Brick Mummy, just deal with him. You can probably run past these guys on the way to the boss. But they're quick, they're easy. They give you some experience in blood vials, and occasionally pebbles. Yeah, I'm not trying to deal with you idiots, so goodbye. Blood vials, awesome. Now for this particular boss, let's go ahead and get rid of the pebbles, and let's go ahead and put our oil urn, and also any Molotov cocktails we happen to have. Oh, apparently my... Okay, so L2 and R2 switch between the quick slots. Okay, that works. So we want oil urns and Molotov cocktails, because the boss coming up is weak to fire, and it's also a beast type enemy, so it's going to be weak to serrated. So in this case, I do believe it's the saw cleaver in its transform mode. The saw spear in both modes will do serrated damage, and then the hunter axe will not do serrated. The threaded cane in its transformed mode will do serrated damage. So various starting weapons will get extra damage against this guy. Look at that, very reminiscent of the Taurus demon, and we get some insight for starting this guy. Let's go ahead and toss a oil urn at him. Go back a little bit and toss a Molotov cocktail. Let's hope that he doesn't dodge at it too much. There you go. Oh, and apparently that's a stagger right there, so cool. Yeah, this guy has a fair amount of health. I think he has like 3,000 health, so he's got a decent amount to chunk through, but we should be okay. Let's just go ahead and keep up the oil urn and cocktail strategy here. Okay, nice and burnt. And let's go ahead and do a couple regular attacks here. This is not my favorite boss arena because again it's not very wide, but at the same time it's not like a horrible boss arena. And I missed you with the oil urn. I think I still missed that again, so let's just go with the regular Molotov. Yeah, that did way less damage there. The main problem with this guy, in my opinion, is he has just a bit too much health, and it takes a little while to whittle him down, but really, it's not too bad. Also, I keep missing my Molotovs here. But considering we have Yosefka's Blood Vial and some other stuff, we should be good. Okay, if we ever stun him, like if he's ever down on the ground like he was earlier, with his head kind of like kneeling down, that means he is open for a visceral attack, which apparently we're not actually getting here at the moment. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and unlock on since he is doing a fair amount of damage to us here, and the camera is just kind of screwing with us. And there we go. Nice and easy. So just basically spam your Molotov cocktails at him. Hope that you hit him with them and don't miss all of them. If you have your oil urns, use those to help out as well. And attack when you can. Just back up for your quick heals every once in a while. And yeah, you're pretty good to go. Sword Hunter badge. What's up? Quicksilver bullets. What's up? I'm going to go ahead and use Yosefka's Blood Vial just to get another one real fast. And the Sword Hunter's badge, if we take that back to the Hunter's stream, we're able to use that to buy another weapon. I don't know if we can actually afford it right now, but we can buy it if we have the money. And it's for a strength build, so if you're a skill build, you probably don't care about it. And I should probably go talk to... yeah, these guys right here. Okay, so also with the Hunter Sword badge, whatever we got, we can also buy this Hunter Chief Emblem for 10,000 souls, or echoes. It's basically like the Crest of Artorias, where you needed to unlock a gate to keep going, but you can go a long way around, and I don't remember exactly how to get to the long way around, but we can try. A cloth emblem that belonged to the captain of the church hunters long ago opens the main gate that leads to the round plaza of the great cathedral. The main gate is shut tight on nights of the hunt and could only be opened from the other side with this emblem. In other words, the captain's return and this emblem determine the end of the hunt. This is not going to determine the end of the hunt. This is going to be like in the next area pretty much. Alright, so we have enough to buy the Kirk Hammer here, which is the weapon we can buy. And it starts off with a C scaling in strength, and it'll eventually end up with a A scaling in strength. A trick weapon typically used by healing church hunters. On the one side, an easily handled silver sword. On the other, a giant obtuse stone weapon characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. The church takes a heavy-handed, merciless stance towards the plague of beasts, an irony not lost upon the wielders of this most symbolic weapon. So yeah, this is basically a... It's kind of like the threaded cane in his first form, where it's a sword, and then it turns into a giant sledgehammer, pretty much. It's not my favorite weapon just because it is a bit slow, but it is a pretty decent weapon. So, and we are currently one strength away from being able to wield it, so we'll worry about actually wielding it later. How is our ability to level up here? I think we need... yeah, we need 1600. We didn't actually use that much in the way of consumables last time, so I'm going to ignore it for now and go back to talk to Yosefka here. And then we'll go find the little girl, go through the door with the Erden Chapel key or whatever it was, and then go talk to Yosefka again, because that'll change some stuff with her dialogue.
You're safe. Thank goodness. But I'm afraid I'll do...
Okay, got another Yosefka's Blood Vial.
Go. I pray for your safety.
Well, she cares about us. She won't admit it, but she does care about us. Actually, she does admit it.
Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, I can only...
Okay, you're fine. I have no problem with you holding up to your principles. That's perfectly fine. So yeah, have you noticed a small theme with the two bosses we fought so far? One, Father Gascoigne, a member of the church, or at least maybe a former member of the church, and two, the Cleric beast. Last I checked, Cleric does involve, you know, some churchy type stuff. So yeah, apparently something is going on with members of the church that caused them to go kind of beastie. I don't know why, but it does happen like that for some reason. Not sure what's going on there, but whatever. Let's see. I want to test something here. I think sometimes the transformed mode of the Hunter Axe actually does less damage. Not always, but sometimes it does. And that will be a theme with several weapons, like the Kirk hammer we got. The sword part will actually do less damage than the hammer part, you know, because it's a sword and it just does less damage for whatever reason. I don't think it's ever fully explained, but yeah, some weapons seem to get slightly less scaling from a stat in one of their forms. It's not always the case, but it does happen sometimes at least. Alright, you with the shotgun or rifle or whatever it is. Now, you die. Thank you. And you die. Yeah, we're not doing a whole lot of damage to that guy with our gun. And frankly, I can understand why. I have, what, 9 points of blood tinge? Oh, and I did check, 25 is the first soft cap for strength and skill. And then 50 is basically the hard cap, or whatever it's called. Ah, okay, I went straight into that fire, and that did not work out great for me at all. So yeah, and by the way, with the dog, I did notice him actually run straight into the fire when I came back here previously, so that's how he died. I thought there was 2 of them hanging around here, but apparently I was wrong. So, oh well. Okay, this is actually fine. I'm gonna try to run past some of these various enemies here just to get back to the little girl here, and then we're gonna go to the Erden Chapel, because that's where we're gonna actually, you know, get to the rest of the game. We're still gonna be in Yharnam, just in a different area of Yharnam, because right now we're currently in the central part of Yharnam. Cool, I got you down with 2 shots. This guy right here I'm going to ignore, because it seems to be a 50-50 chance whether or not I can actually kill him without dying myself. I really like the backstep to R1 with a lot of these weapons, because you'll do the backstep and then you'll do a nice little lunge that'll reach the enemy, and it works out pretty good. Sometimes the jump attack doesn't always hit. Actually, a lot of times it seems like it doesn't hit. You want to not do that, dude? We haven't actually used our transforming attack in battle too much. Let's go ahead and see if we can't use that against one of these guys. And again, these guys aren't really terribly hardy, so I'm not terribly worried about it. I wonder which one of you guys happen to have my souls. By the way, notice how all these guys are like, "You're not wanted here, beast, get out," or whatever. Yeah, for some reason, they really don't like us. I mean, I guess somebody did mention earlier that beasts or outsiders are not the Yarnamites' favorites, but these guys kind of take it to an extreme, don't they? Ow. Oh, I think the shield idiot has my soul's echoes. Yeah, because his eyes are nice and glowy and purple. So yeah, he's rocking my echoes here. Gotcha. Molotov cocktail. Thank you. Since I did use a fair amount of those against the Cleric Beast. You know, this area would be significantly easier if this guy wasn't here, just because he does do a chunk of damage to you, and whenever there is an enemy with a gun, it does make it a little bit more hectic. I mean, the dogs aren't too bad once you get used to them and realize, hey, one bullet is usually enough to knock them down, and then you're good to go from there. That reminds me, I think we need to go talk to Gilbert real fast. Yeah, let's go talk to him real fast and see if he has anything for us. Because either after defeating Father Gascoigne or going through the door after Father Gascoigne, which will cause Gilbert to give us some stuff. By the way, I don't know if it actually ever tells you his name is Gilbert. It's just been data mined or something like that, that hey, it's his name. Blood vial, thank you. And we got enough for our level up if we need it. But I think we're good for the most part. Alright, you're good.
Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. There's up from there.
Okay, so
that leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place I don't enter.
Okay, so he's not gonna do anything for us until we actually go to the Erdene Chapel. That's fine. Just wanted to check. So if you're playing an arcane build, go to the Erdene Chapel and then come back here and talk to that guy, and you'll get something from him that'll make your playthrough a little bit easier. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it is very helpful. Let's just put it that way. You and your bullets. I'm kind of surprised I did so good against the Cleric Beast, since usually he's a bit more of a pain, just because he is a very all-over-the-place boss, especially with the camera. Because sometimes locking onto the enemies, especially the big enemies like that, will screw with your camera, as you saw. Like, it kind of just got very hectic and kind of all over the place. So I'm kind of surprised that we actually did reasonably good against him. And I don't know why, but I could have swore I hit the fire button to try to parry him, but it didn't go through. Oh well. Anyways, let's go up here and don't go towards the dogs. Go right here, because this is where the little girl is.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum.
I found the red jeweled brooch. Technically, I found your mom, but you know.
Mr. Hunter, was it really her? Mummy, Mummy, leave me alone.
Can we actually see her in there? I could have swore I saw something in the window. Oh no, I think it was like the firefly or whatever that's going around me, or whatever the ash falling down is. Yeah, I don't think she like actually exists as a model. I think she's just a voice. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Let's go ahead and head back to Father Gascoigne's area, which would be... Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and... Yeah, we don't need to waste the Bolt Hunter's Mark. We're like 5 feet away from the lamp. So once we go to the Erden Chapel, we'll come back, talk to the little girl again, and she'll give us our reward, and we'll be able to continue her quest line. Actually, I don't recall what reward she gives us. Like, I know where the quest line ends up, but I don't recall if she actually gives us a whole lot. Oh, and the quest reward's not going to help you in like combat or anything. It's kind of cosmetic, I guess, ish. Or you just completely ignore it. Bloodstone Chunk. That is the third tier of upgrade right there. Upgrade material. Let's see. We have enough for our.
Welcome. What is very well.
We have enough for our our level here. Let's see. We could get endurance for another level. You know, let's just go ahead and even out our vitality here. Even though strength has given us a nice little boost to our damage right there. Blood tinge. Yeah. Despite the fact that our gun does scale with blood tinge, we're not actually getting a benefit from it from this particular level. Oh well. Yeah, let's just go ahead and balance out that right there. And then we got 737 left. Let's go ahead and finish off with some Quicksilver bullets there. You can also buy pebbles if you want. I'm gonna end up buying these eventually, but for now, I'm not worried about it. I think we already read the description here. Oh, that reminds me. Now that we have beaten Father Gascoigne, if we go up to the Insight shop, we actually can buy something rather cool. This happens after several bosses. I don't remember all of them exactly, but it's a lot of the hunter type bosses for sure. Go over to armor. And yeah, we can buy Father Gascoigne's armor set. Hunter attire worn by Father Gascoigne, similar to hunter garb created at the workshop, only these are tainted by a pungent, beastly stench that eats away at Gascoigne. Father is a title used for clerics in a foreign land, and there is no such rank in the healing church. So he was also an outsider. Dingy scarf is a holy shawl and a symbol of the healing church from which Gascoigne would eventually part ways. Okay, so everything else is the same here. But yeah, if we want to look like Father Gascoigne, we can buy this stuff for a grand total of 6 insight. We have 10. I'm not going to buy this stuff yet, but I will be getting it eventually. So for now, let's just go ahead and head over to Tomb of Erden. And let's head up the stairs here. With the Erden Tomb key, we are able to get through. That's awesome. And yeah, that's apparently a very heavy gate, which I can understand because it's wrought iron and all that good stuff. And yeah, it probably took more than one person to open that thing back in the day. Like, if you weren't, like, Blood Hunter infused or something like that. Anyways, let's go up another ladder. This one is significantly shorter than some of the ones that we've been climbing. But it's still pretty long. Yeah, they really like long ladders in this game. And I think right here, this will be something that'll be very useful. Blood Gem Workshop Tool. Yeah. Now that we have that, we can use the blood gems that we have to slot them into our weapons to get various bonuses. And here we are in the Cathedral Ward, and I do believe this lamp is classified as Erden Chapel, and this is kind of a little central area for more of Yharnam here. Yeah, we're gonna have some areas to go through from here because there's, ignoring that guy, there's that entrance, and then there's this door over here that we can't open yet, and then there's that entrance, and then you can also go back to Central Yarnum from there. And real fast, I want to talk to this guy real fast.
Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over, if you wouldn't mind. I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Erden Chapel, if they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are. I know I shouldn't,
Okay, so this is considered a safe spot. Remember earlier in the game we talked to that old lady and she's like, well, do you know anywhere safe for me to go? And we had to tell her no because we didn't know anywhere safe. Now we can go back to her as well as the little girl and tell them, hey, we found a safe spot for you. There's another spot that we can also recommend to them, but we're going to go figure out where that is at the start of the next episode. So guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.